Welcome to complex numbers and quadratic equations, critical questions. This is the part 3 of the video, new video I am making. Okay. Uh, for your information, this is unit 4 of NCRT maths book for class 11th. Okay. So this is meant for class 11th, 12th, JEE, BITSAT and other engineering entrance exam preparations. Let's get into the critical questions. Yeah, the first one is let z equal to 1 minus I root 3, I square root 3 divided by 2, where I is equal to minus 1, square root of minus 1. Then the value of 21 plus z plus 1 by z whole cube plus z square plus 1 by z square whole cube up to z to the power of 21 plus 1 by z to the power of 21 whole cube is. Okay. So first thing is understand the question. There is a repetition, there is a sequence here basically, right? Series z plus 1 by z whole cube plus z square plus 1 by z square whole square. Okay. So first thing is we need to find out if there is a repetition in these 21 terms. Okay. There are 21 terms, right? 1, 2, 3 up to 21. 21 is a constant anyway. Okay. So if there is a repetition in this one, now what is your z? Z is nothing but 1 minus I root 3 divided by 2. Now you have to remember one thing. Okay. Cube root of unity. Right. If you remember the cube root of unity, okay, this is nothing but cube root of unity value, right? So this is nothing but minus omega. Okay, 1 minus I root 3, I square root 3 divided by 2 is nothing but minus omega. Omega is the cube root of 1. Okay, one of the, you have three roots of cube root of unity. This is one of it. Okay, so now once you know this one and omega properties, what are the omega properties? Omega cube equal to 1, right? And 1 plus omega square equal to 0. Okay, these two properties if you remember. And first thing is, let's see what is the value of z plus 1 by z. Z plus 1 by z is nothing but minus omega minus 1 by omega, which is nothing but omega minus omega square minus 1 divided by omega, right? If I take LCM. Now we know that this is nothing but omega, right? Omega plus 1 plus omega square equal to 0. So omega equal to minus omega square minus 1, right? So this is nothing but omega. So omega by omega, which is 1. Okay. So 1 z plus 1 by z is 1. What is z square plus 1 by z square? Similarly, you do it here. Okay, you get if you take LCM omega power 4 plus 1 divided by omega square. Okay, so omega power 4 is nothing but omega because omega cube is 1. Omega cube is 1. So omega cube into omega, you can write this. This will become omega plus 1 by omega square. Omega plus 1 is nothing but minus omega square, right? Because 1 plus omega square equal to 0. So this is nothing but minus omega square. So minus omega square by omega square, which is nothing but minus 1. Okay. This is z square plus 1 by z square. Similarly, z cube plus 1 by z cube is nothing but minus omega cube minus 1 by omega cube, which is nothing but this is 1, this is 1, minus 1, which is minus 2. Okay, simple. So similarly, just check if there is a repetition. But z to the power of 4 plus 1 by z to the power of 4. Actually, if you simplify, what we are getting is this is nothing but omega plus 1 by omega. Okay, which is nothing but reverse of this one, right? So minus 1. Okay, so it is not repeating like 1 minus 1 minus 2. We thought maybe we thought if it repeats, but it did not repeat. Okay, minus 1 it is. So z power 5 plus 1 by z power 5 is 1. Okay, we see at least the sign is reversed. That's all, right? 1 here, minus 1, minus 2, minus 1 here. Okay, sign is reversed here. And this is minus 1 here, z square, z to the power of 5, we are getting 1. Sign is reversed. Similarly, check z to the power of 6 is 2. Okay, which is again sign is reversed. So we have at least some repetition here. So which we can easily understand how to simplify this one. Okay, just quickly check next three also. Z power 7 is 1 again. Z power 8 plus 1 by z power 8 is minus 1. Z power 9 plus 1 by z power 9 is minus 2. So this is same as first three. So the series is repeating every three. Correct? So this is what we concluded just now. So this repeats for every three with opposite sign. Okay, which means that sum of first three cubes. Sum of first three cubes is nothing but z plus 1 by z whole cube plus z square plus 1 by z square whole cube plus z cube plus 1 by z cube whole square, which is nothing but minus 8. Okay, this 1 and 1 will get cancelled, minus 2 whole cube, which is 8. Sum of next three cubes is minus 1 cube plus 1 cube plus 2 cube, right? Minus 1 cube plus 1 cube plus 2 cube, which is 8. Okay, so this series will repeat, right, after every three. So you will get minus 8 plus 8 minus 8 plus 8 like that. Okay, so you have how many total? If you take consider 3 as one unit, then you have 21 by 3, which is 7 terms. We have 7 terms of minus 8 plus 8 minus 8 plus 8. We have 7 terms, right? So your final answer is 21 plus all this expression is equal to 21. And these 21 terms will become 7 terms. Each one is minus 8 plus 8 minus 8 plus 8 minus 8 plus 8. Seventh term is minus 8. Okay. So you are left with minus 8 here. Okay. These two gets cancelled, right? Minus 8 plus 8 cancel, minus 8 plus 8 cancel, minus 8 plus 8 cancel. You are left with minus 8. So 21 minus 3, which is 13. That is the answer. Next. If z is a complex number such that z minus I divided by z minus 1 is purely imaginary, which means the real part is 0. Then the minimum value of z absolute z minus 3 plus 3i is how much? Okay. So this is a very common problem coming in JEE mains always actually. Most of the times you are getting one or two questions from each session. So do this very carefully. This problem you have to solve using complex numbers as well as some geometry. You have to understand meaning of each one very clearly. Okay. Z minus 3 plus 3i is nothing but distance between x. If z is x comma iy, suppose if let's call z as x plus iy, then this absolute z minus 3 plus 3i is nothing but distance between x plus iy and 3 plus 3i. If these two are 2 points on imaginary plane, okay, x comma y and 3 comma 3, this absolute value is nothing but distance between x comma y and 3 comma 3. Okay. Now let's understand where is this x comma y is falling. What is this? Is it a line? Is this a straight line? Is this a parabola? Is it a circle? What is this? We'll understand. Okay, where this x comma iy falls in. For that, a condition is given: z minus I divided by z minus 1 is purely imaginary. Okay, so let's calculate what is z minus I by z minus 1, which is nothing but x plus y minus 1 I divided by x minus 1 plus iy. Okay, how do you remove the imaginary part from the denominator? You will multiply with the conjugate of the denominator with both numerator and denominator. That's what I'm doing here. This is my initial value. I'm multiplying numerator and denominator with conjugate of denominator, which is x minus 1 minus I minus iy. Okay, multiplying both sides. Now I don't need to actually simplify this one directly here because the only thing I'm interested is real part which is equal to 0. So that will give me a equation of x comma y, right? So what is the real part in this one? Denominator is anyway real, we know it, okay? Because it will become, we are actually eliminating the denominator. So in the numerator, x into x minus 1, okay, minus of y into y minus 1 I square. I square is minus 1, so it will become plus. So I am left with, since real part is 0, I am left with x into x minus 1 plus y into y minus 1, which is equal to 0. I just skip the denominator. If you understand, this is how you have to think ahead and quickly. You have to solve the problem fast, right? That is most important thing. So you know that once, even if I put denominator here, it will become 0 because this is equal to 0. Okay, so denominator is anyway, whatever is the value, it will become 0. So only I'm interested in numerator. Okay, so this is my numerator, and this is nothing but, if I simplify, what I will get is x square plus y square minus x minus y equal to 0. This is the equation of a circle. Okay, and if I simplify it, exactly circle equation, what I will get is x minus half whole square plus y minus half whole square equal to 1 by root 2 whole square. Okay, how did I do? X square minus x. Okay, here minus x is there. So I am doing x minus some a whole square. What is that? A is minus half. Okay, a is half. So x minus half whole square, I'll get x square minus x. Okay, plus 1 by 2 whole square. Right. So 1 by 2 whole square plus 1 by 2 whole square. So I'll get this value here. Right. So whatever I am adding, I am subtracting. Okay, 1 minus square root of 2 whole square. Okay, so This is the equation of a circle. And where is my x comma y? X comma y is on the, okay, circle with center at half 1 by 2 and 1 by 2 and radius 1 by root 2. Okay. Now, okay, this is my circle. Center is at 1 by 2 comma 1 by 2. This, what is the meaning of this equation? This equation is center at 1 by 2 comma 1 by 2 and a radius, that is OA. OA is radius. Radius is 1 by root 2. Okay. This is what is the meaning. And x comma y is on the green line here, circumference of the circle. Now my z minus absolute of z minus 3 plus 3i is nothing but the distance of 3 comma 3, point 3 comma 3 to the circumference of the circle. Okay. And where will be that minimum value? Minimum value will be the shortest distance, which is nothing but AB is the shortest distance. Correct? AB is the shortest distance. How do you get AB? Okay, minimum of z minus 3 plus 3i is nothing but AB, which is equal to OB minus OA. OB is nothing but distance between 1 comma 2, 1 comma 2 and 3 comma 3. Okay, sorry, 1 by 2 comma 1 by 2 and 3 comma 3. This is the my OB minus OA. OA is radius, which we know 1 by root 2. Okay, so if I substitute the values, the minimum value of this one, okay, given expression is nothing but square root of 5 by 2 square plus 5 by 2 square minus 1 by root 2, which is nothing but 2 root 2. This is the answer. Okay, so this is a very common problem coming in BITSAT as well as JEE. You will expect at least 1 or 2 questions in this. And if you consider all competitive exams, I think definitely you'll get 5 or 6 problems uh, in total. Okay. So every competitive exam you will get at least 2 problems. So don't do mistake. Okay. Especially making square here, don't do mistake. Okay. How do you get the radius value? Making a perfect square, right? Don't do mistake here. One mistake here will be a big problem, right? Next. Let Z1 and Z2 are two complex numbers such that arg of Z1 minus Z2 is 5 by 4 and Z1 comma Z2 satisfy the equation absolute Z minus 3 equal to real Z. Then the imaginary part of Z1 plus Z2 is equal to. Okay. We need to find out the imaginary part of Z1 plus Z2. Okay. Z1 comma Z2, they satisfy the equation given here. This is the equation. Now we need to find out what is this equation. Okay. So as I said, previous question also, complex numbers and geometry are very closely tied. Okay, tied together in these problems. So JEE Mains always you get 1 or 2 problems. I said this is also another type of problem. Exactly same like before. You just need to find out the equation and then put the Z1, Z2 on the equation. Okay. So two conditions given. Z1, Z2 satisfy this equation and arg of Z1 minus Z2 equal to 5 by 4. These two conditions are given. So let's do it. Let Z equal to x plus I by, okay, and Z satisfy the equation absolute Z minus 3 equal to real of Z, which is nothing but square root of x minus 3 whole square plus y square equal to x. Okay. Now, if I square and simplify, I get an equation y square equal to 6x minus 9. This is my main equation from this given equation. Okay, Z1 comma Z2 satisfy this equation. This is nothing but equation of a parabola, right? So Z1, Z2 lie on this parabola because they satisfy this equation, correct? So how it looks? It looks something like this. Okay, this is the parabola. Z1, Z2 lies on this. Let's not get into which place they lie. Okay, what is this pi by 4? We'll come to that next. Okay, but if for your information, how did I get this 3 by 2 comma 0? Just to say, I mean, if y equal to 0, if you submit, if you substitute here y equal to 0, you get x equal to 9 by 6, which is 3 by 2, right? So this is a point on the parabola, okay, and this is where the it cuts the x-axis. So parabola looks something like this. Z1, Z2 lies on this. Now, if I draw a line connecting Z1 comma Z2, it may angle pi by 4. How did I get this? This is nothing but arc of Z1 minus Z2. Z1 minus Z2 is the line. Okay, and arc of that one is angle it makes with x-axis, which is pi by 4. Right? That is what is the information given. Okay. So what is my Z1? Z1 is nothing but x1, y1. Y1 is nothing but I derive it from here. Y1 equal to square root of 6x1 minus 9. Y2 is nothing but square root of 6x2 minus 9. Okay, this is my Z1 and Z2s. Now, given that arg of Z1 minus Z2 equal to pi by 4, which is nothing but, okay, Slope of Z1, Z2 is tan of pi by 4. That means, right? Slope of the line is tan of pi by 4, which is equal to 1. So, what is the slope of a equation? Given a line equation, y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, which is equal to 1. So, it is nothing but y2 minus y1 equal to x2 minus x1. Okay, now you substitute this y2, y1s here, then you can solve it. But easier way is you can easily uh, uh, compute this one actually, y2 minus y1. Okay, so what is your y2 minus y1 is, if I see from this equation, y2 square minus y1 square is nothing but, okay, I have to substitute x1 and x2 here and subtract, right? Then I will get 6 times x2 minus x1. 6 times x2 minus x1. Okay, this is from E1 I got it. Now I know y2 minus y1 equal to x2 minus x1. So if I substitute here x2 minus x1, if I substitute with y2 minus y1, what I will get is y2 square minus y1 square equal to 6 times y2 minus y1, or if I cancel y2 minus y1 on both sides, I'll get y2 plus y1 equal to 6. y2 plus y1 equal to 6. y2 plus y1 are nothing but my imaginary part of z1 plus z2, right? So, imaginary part of z1 plus z2 equal to y1 plus y2, which is equal to 6. That is the answer. Hope you understand. These last two problems are very, very important. Definitely, you will get several questions in engineering entrances on this type. Okay, next. Okay, ignore the answer. If the least and the largest real values of alpha for which the equation z plus alpha z minus 1 plus 2i equal to 0, where z is a complex number, has a solution. Okay, has a solution are p and q respectively. Okay, read the question very carefully. What are P and Q? P and Q are the least and the largest real values of alpha. Okay. For this given equation. If this given equation, if you solve alpha, you get multiple values. Out of that, the least value is P, highest value is, largest value is Q. These are the alpha values. Okay. Then what is the value of 4 times of P square plus Q square? Okay. So let's do this. This is complex numbers and quadratic equations mixture. Okay, so let's do it. Let z equal to x plus I. Now, what is my z plus alpha? Absolute z minus 1 plus 2i is nothing but x plus I by z. Alpha times z minus 1, absolute z minus 1 is nothing but distance between z and 1, right? That is nothing but square root of x minus 1 whole square plus y square plus 2i as is it is, which is equal to 0 plus 0i. Okay. Now, take the real part and complex part separately and equate them to 0. What is my first imaginary part is y plus 2. So y plus 2 equal to 0, which means y equal to minus 2. What is my real part? Real part is x plus alpha times square root of x minus 1 whole square plus y square, which is equal to 0. So I can rewrite this as and square. Take x to the other side divided by alpha and square it. Then you get x minus 1 whole square plus y square equal to x square by alpha square. Okay. Now simplify this one. Okay. X square minus 2x plus 1 plus 4. Okay. I wrote x square minus 2x plus 1, y equal to 2, right? I substituted, so plus 4, y square is 4, equal to x square by alpha square. Now take alpha other side and write it in a quadratic equation. What you will get is alpha square minus 1 x square minus 2 alpha square x plus 5 alpha square equal to 0. Now he said P and Q are nothing but alphas, least and highest values of alphas, right? So, and they satisfy this equation. This is the finally you started with here, right? So this is the equation. Alpha satisfies. Uh, okay, and when did you get solution of this one? When this quadratic equation will have a solution, it will have a solution if its determinant is greater than or equal to 0. Correct? So what is the determinant? Nothing but 4 alpha square, 2 alpha square whole square, that is nothing but 4 alpha power 4 minus 4 times 5 into alpha square minus 1, which is nothing but minus 20 times alpha square into alpha square minus 1. This is greater than or equal to 0. If I simplify, I'll get, okay, minus 16 alpha power 4 plus 20 alpha square greater than or equal to 0. Okay. Now, if I simplify, take the alpha square common and uh, since alpha is not equal to 0, we can cancel it on both sides. So alpha square is less than or equal to 5 by 4 I'll get, because the negative part is there, the sign will reverse. Okay, remember this inequalities. Okay, so alpha square is less than or equal to 5 by 4. Now alpha square has only two values, so one should be minimum, other one is maximum. That's all right. Okay, one should be minimum, one should be uh, square root of 5 by 4 plus or minus, right? One is minus is minimum, plus is maximum. So 4 times, correct? Minimum and maximum values of alpha are minus square root of 5 by 2 and plus square root of 5 by 2. This is nothing but my p and q. So 4 times p square plus q square is nothing but 4 times 5 by 4 plus 5 by 4, which is 10. This is the answer. Okay, hope you understand. Next. A point z moves in the complex plane such that arg of z minus 2 divided by z plus 2 equal to pi by 4. Then the minimum value of absolute z minus 9 root 2 minus 2i square is equal to. Okay. So this problem is also again similar to the previous one. I told you multiple times, I told you that complex numbers and geometry questions combined questions are very frequent in JEE mains and other entrance exams. This is another example. So if you see this one, immediately you should realize this is nothing but if z is x comma y, then this is the distance between x comma y and 9 root 2 comma 2 point. Okay, whole square. That's it. Distance square. And what is the condition of x comma y? That we should derive from this condition, arg of z minus 2 divided by z plus 2 equal to 5 by 4. You have two ways to derive. One, you make it, yeah, I'll show you both the ways. Okay, then you can understand the difference. Which one is easy, you can choose that way. Okay, so first way is, yeah, z minus 2 by z plus 2. You can just calculate directly, because z is, let's assume it is x plus iy. Then z minus 2 is nothing but x minus 2 plus iy divided by x plus 2 plus iy. Now, how do we remove the complex imaginary part from the complex number? You multiply with the conjugate on both numerator and denominator. So that's what I am doing here. I take the conjugate of this one, multiply here and here. Okay. So if I simplify, what I will get is this value. I don't want to simplify it further, because what I am looking at is only y by x actually, right? So let's do arg of z minus 2 by z plus 2 equal to imaginary part by real part, right? Correct? Tan inverse of imaginary part by real part, which is nothing but, okay, if I take the imaginary part here, okay, this is tan inverse of this one, okay. Imaginary part is yx and minus yx gets cancelled. 2y minus of y into minus 2 is plus 2y. 2y plus 2y, 4y. So 4y is the imaginary part here, okay. You have denominator, but denominator will get cancelled here anyway. So ignore this. Divided by x square minus 4 plus y square. Okay, this value, which is equal to pi by 4. This is what is given. So if I take tan to the other side, what I will get is 4y divided by x square minus 4 plus y square equal to tan of pi by 4, which is equal to 1. Simplify it further, I will get x square plus y minus 2 whole square equal to 8, which I can write it as 2 root 2 whole square. So this is the equation of a circle with center 0 comma 2, correct? With center 0 comma 2 and radius 2 root 2, right? So this is how it looks. Circle of a at center 0 comma 2 and r is equal to 2 root 2, that is OA. Okay, now this green path is the one for z. X plus x comma y lies on this green path. Okay, and the question is minimum value of this one. Okay, so how far is 9 root 2 comma 2 from this green path? That is nothing but AB. This is the minimum distance, correct? If it is maximum distance, you have to calculate here, plus r it will become, right? AB plus 2r it will become. Maximum distance will be here at this point. Minimum distance will be at this point. Okay. So, okay. The square of the distance of B and point on the above circle. That is nothing but AB square is what we are looking at. AB square is nothing but OB minus OA whole square. AB is nothing but OB minus OA. So, okay. So, what is OB? OB is nothing but square root of 9 root 2 whole square plus 2 minus 2 whole square, that is 0 square, minus OA square is nothing but 2 root 2, okay, and whole square. If I simplify, what I'll get is 7 root 2 whole square, which is 98. Okay, This is the answer. This is the one way of solving it. Okay. Other way is uh, you can choose whichever is simple. You can do it. Both are equally simple, equally hard. Okay. So same question. Uh, Given is arc z minus 2 divided by z plus 2 is pi by 4, which is I can rewrite this as arc of z minus 2 minus arc of z plus 2 equal to pi by 4. Arc of z minus 2 is again tan inverse of y by x part, right? Imaginary by real, which is nothing but, okay. In this one, imaginary is y, real is x minus 2. So tan inverse of y by x minus 2 minus tan inverse of y by x plus 2, which is equal to pi by 4. If you remember the trigonometry, then tan A plus B formula, okay, or tan A minus B. Tan A minus B is nothing but tan A minus tan B divided by 1 plus tan A tan B. Now apply tan on both sides of this equation, okay. I'm applying tan on this one, okay. So tan A minus tan B, which is equal to tan of tan inverse of y by x minus 2 is nothing but y by x minus 2 minus y by x plus 2 divided by 1 plus y by x minus 2 into y by x plus 2, which is equal to tan of pi by 4, which is 1. Okay, so this implies, if I simplify it, I can cancel the denominators here. X minus 2 into x plus 2 will get cancelled, but I will be left with y times x plus 2 minus y by y times x minus 2 divided by x minus 2 into x plus 2 plus y square, which is equal to 1. If I simplify it further, I'll get exactly same equation what you got before. X square plus y minus 2 whole square equal to 8, which is equal to 2 root 2 whole square. So it is a circle equation with center at 0 comma 2, and z lies on the circumference of this circle, and what we are looking is distance, square of distance from 9 root 2 comma 2, right? So if I do exactly same calculation, you will get answer 98. Okay, two different ways of solving the same problem. You choose whichever is easy. For me, both are equally easy, equally tough. Okay, next. Yeah, that's all. These are the five questions which I want to quickly solve it. Okay, complex numbers, you are getting a good amount of questions in JEE mains as well as in BITSAT. So solve more problems. That will help you a lot. Thank you.